Okay, let's see what the topic of the day is. I'm pulling Sacred Awakening, Goddesses and Sirens, and Sacred Traveler Oracle. First card out is Surrendering to the Journey, Release Control. Well, maybe I'll get this open. Oh, mercy, come on. There we go. Next we have Persephone, Cycles. And last but not least is Masculine. Yeah, okay. All right, so what we have here is, again, surrendering to the journey, cycles, masculine, and I wanted to do a clarifier on it because my view of masculine in this one was what came up as clarifier, someone just wanting to push their way through, hurry up, get it done, push it, make it happen, power, continue to power through. But sometimes, things go in cycles. We have up cycles, we have down cycles. So it says, rather than pushing through and trying to make it happen, and sometimes it's better to let go of the control, wanting to control it, wanting to manipulate it. You need to surrender to the journey and understand that there are ups and there are downs. Okay, so you can't always just sit there and bully your way through. Sometimes it's not the best option. And rather than pushing your way through and getting to the end, sometimes that just makes people dig in their heels more. If somebody tries to push me and bully me into something, I'll dig in my heels and say, it's not happening, okay? You get more resistance sometimes when you have that type of energy coming around. again, you have to understand there are cycles, and it's not always the time to push and power through. Sometimes it's better to release control, wait till the time gets better, till it's opportune, and then you move and push through. Then you do that. But yeah, if you don't recognize there are cycles, then you're going to get caught in that drama. Now you can have cycles that are going like this, and then the next layer it could be going like this, and the next layer could be going like this, because we're still having cycles even though things are amping up with the the global warming. It's still cycling, but every time it goes on a more extreme level. Okay? So again, we have to recognize that things are cycling, and there's a time to power and push through and charge ahead. And then there are times that we need to jump in the boat, go with the flow, and not try to, because a lot of times the monkey wrench gets thrown in when ego gets involved and wants to try to push it into something that it's not its natural way to go. Okay? If we worked with nature, rather than trying to get nature to go to the way they want it to, just like now they have these crops that they've made resistant to bugs and resistant to things, but it's winding up being a disaster. Okay? So man is trying to manipulate nature. And nature knows better than men. Okay? So man starts in there and trying to manipulate nature, and we wind up with more problems than we had to begin with. So I'm going to leave this here, and again, recognize when it's time to jump in the boat and go with the flow, go with the river, rather than trying to buck the river. If you're going to go do river rafting, you're not going to do well if you're trying to go in the opposite direction of where the stream wants to go. Okay? You're going to have a very difficult time. It's hard enough to be in the boat and go with the flow and trying to, contain and get to the end of it in one piece. But if you're trying to buck the tide of the river and go in the opposite direction upstream, again, you're going to have a very difficult time. So best sometimes to get in the boat and enjoy the ride. Okay? Or at least get to a point where you can actually pull off and go do whatever it is you're going to do. Okay? So I'm going to leave this here. Thank you for tuning in. Much love and light to everyone, and continue to be safe out there.